Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup routine video, and I'm so excited to show you my typical makeup routine, and it's all drugstore makeup. I do not shop at Sephora, I don't shop at MAC or any of those expensive places. I simply buy from Walmart or drugstores, and I get a lot of L'Oreal products is what I use. So I'm going to show you my makeup routine with these products. Let's get started. So I usually start my face with my primer. I usually get the CoverGirl primer in the color neutralizing, so the green. I also have the purple one as well, which I believe is pore minimizing. They're both really great primers. I love them, and they let your makeup last a super long time, and they just feel really good and smell really good. So we're gonna start with a little bit of color neutralizing CoverGirl True Blend Skin Primer. Now, I put this all over my face. No judgments, please. I am very new to makeup, and I'm quite a beginner, so we'll see how this goes. I think I might have put a little too much, but that's all right. But I really rub mine in to make it really soak into the skin. And that is my primer routine. Next, I use my foundation. Yes, I do my foundation first. I like to do my foundation and face first because, well, I have a weird routine. I like to do my foundation, my eyes, and then like my bronzer and all the different face parts of it. So I do it kind of weird. I don't do my eyes first. I know that's really odd. A lot of women and a lot of men do their eyes first. So I don't know. I've just always done it this way. I like to do it because it's kind of like a blank canvas. You kind of start off with a fresh coat of foundation on, and it's kind of like a fresh face, and it's kind of like a blank canvas that you get to like draw your eyes on and do all that. So that's kind of my reasoning behind it. So we're gonna get started. I get the L'Oreal Infallible in shade 405, which is one of the lightest shades I think there is. And yeah, I always give it a shake. It's a pump foundation, which is really nice. And I do a pump and a half on my actual makeup sponge. I don't know if that's how others do it, but this is how I do it. This is my makeup routine. So if you don't agree with it, that's okay. So I do a pump and a half. And I start by dabbing it just on key points. And if I've got any extras, I'll kind of just dab on my face. So I kind of look like I have polka dots all over my face. That's how I do it. So I'm going to start blending this in, and I will be right back. So I'm just finishing up blending in my foundation into my face and a little bit into my neck until I have a complete flawless, but not flawless, but close to flawless finish. Next, I move on to my concealer, as well as my contouring. And I use these for contouring. So I'm going to be using Maybelline Fit Me. They are the Shine Free and Balance foundation stick. And I just start contouring. Where I contour, I usually just do up around here, underneath my cheekbones, and down my nose. And just lining my face as well, my jawline. That's kind of where I contour, and then I go and highlight my highlighted points with the lighter foundation stick. So I'm gonna go in. And then I'm gonna go in with the lighter color. And I'm gonna highlight my nose, my top of my cheekbones, right on my forehead here, and a little bit on my chin. So this is what I look like before I blend it all in. That's kind of my routine, how I do things. So yeah. I'm gonna start blending this. And I'm kind of like swooping it to my hairline. I'm not like just dabbing straight on. I'm kind of like swooping it into my hairline a little bit so it looks a little more natural. And then I'm gonna dab it so it can blend in down here. And voila, there we have that part of it. I'm gonna start blending this in. So it looks really dark right now, but the more you play with it, the more you blend it, the more natural it will look. And that's what I do. I just sit and I blend it and blend it and blend it until it looks a little more natural. So I'm going to finish blending and I will be right back. I finished blending and this is the outcome. I'm next gonna go in with my concealer. This is L'Oreal Infallible concealer, and well, it's called More Than Concealer, and I get shade Ivory 330. And I find the brush dispenses so much. So what I do is I take my pinky, I just dab it on the brush, I get the smallest, tiniest little bit, and I just do 3 little dots under my eyes. And that's really all the concealer that I work with. I just blend this in. Oh, just kidding, I lied. I actually do use my concealer as a primer base for my eyeshadow. But I'm not doing eyeshadow today, I'm just doing a typical day in the life routine, makeup routine for me. So other than just this, I use this as a primer for my eyeshadow. All right, so now that the base of my face is finished, I move on to my eyebrows and I get my eyebrows done. I'm really simple when it comes to my eyebrows and I just use an eyebrow pencil. I don't do all this crazy stuff with eyebrows. I literally just fill them in. So I'll give them a little brush first. Oh, I used actually the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Definer Ultrafine Tip Sharpening Pencil in shade Light Brunette. It comes with a little brush at the one end, and then you can twist it up and it comes with the pencil on the other end. So I'm going to give my eyebrows a little brush just to tame them a little bit. month. They're in a spot that I'm happy with. Just a little brush is all I need. And now I just go ahead and fill them in. And I do this just simply by coloring my eyebrows pretty much. Just enough to make them a little bit darker and not so sparse looking. And I like to give them a little bit of shape as well. So I kind of square out the front of my eyebrows here, or the inner sides of my eyebrows, and then I will color in the rest. I know that sounds really funny, but that's kind of what I do. I color in my eyebrows. Until I'm happy with them. So it's not a whole lot of work, just simple. So that if you're getting ready for work, going in for your work day, or you're just simply going out quickly and you want to have a little face of makeup on, this is perfect. And here I'm happy with how my brows look. So that's pretty much my brow routine. Very simple, very quick. I next move on to my eyes, and I use the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Superstar Liquid Eyeliner. It's like an eyeliner pen, and I love it. I'm so bad at using the brushes. I have not mastered that yet, so I stick with the pens right now. And I love to do winged eyeliner. So I usually just do the base of my eyelid first, and then I will do my wing. And my wing technique, I'm going to share this with you. I get compliments on my wings, usually from my sisters. Hopefully they're not lying. So I will draw the line down my eye, and I will pull it out straight, and then I will connect the corner of my eye up to it. So I have it straight line, and then I connect the corner up to it. That's how I do my wings, and they seem to turn out pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will come back with one eye to show you the result. And this is my one eye. So what I did is I just went and I swooped and dragged it along, went from the corner of my eye and pulled it up, and then I filled it in. That's how I do it. So now you get to see the process of the next eye. It's my left eye, so it's kind of awkward. So hopefully I'm not covering the camera too much when I'm doing this. See, I just start off with lining the eyelid and making sure that that part looks good. And now I'm going to start with my wing. And what I do is I just go straight out. I go from my inner corner, or my outer corner, and I meet them. And then I fill in. And that is my other wing. I'm going to fill this one in a little bit more to match this one, and I will be back with the results. I am done my winged eyeliner, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now it's time for my lashes, and I know, I shouldn't do this, but I wear lashes all the time. I have 3 different types, and I'm going to decide which ones to use today. I think I want to go a little bit glam today, so I'm going to go with these lashes. I got them off of Amazon. It comes in a pack of 5. They're vegan lashes and cruelty-free. So that's a bonus, which is super awesome. Well, not a bonus, but a necessity. I love when my makeup is cruelty-free and has no testing on animals, I try to buy all makeup that's cruelty-free, which is so important. So what I do is I take off a strip of lashes, I get my lash glue. Oops. This one has kind of been through quite a bit. The lashes are the hardest part for me. And what I do is I just put a little strip of glue on the lash line. Just a little bit, because the more you have, the messier it gets. So less is more when it comes to lash glue. And I'm gonna wave it a little bit so it dries. Well, not dries, so it gets a little bit more sticky. Because the more it dries, the stickier it gets. So I'm gonna wave it a bit. And I'm gonna place this on my eye. So you wanna get it as close to the lash line as you can. Oops. Tweezers are really helpful for this as well. And there's my one set of lashes. I'm gonna put on the other one and I will be back. Now that my lashes are on and dried, I'm going to put on a couple coats of my mascara. I use Maybelline New York, the Mega Plush Volume Express. I just opened this mascara, so it's fairly new still. But it's got a really thick wand, which I really like because I really find that adds volume, but it's very flimsy. So when you use it, you could see it kind of flicks a little bit because the wand actually bends at this point here. That's the only thing that I'm not quite in love with about it. Other than that, it's a great mascara. And I just put on a little coat on my real lashes and the fake lashes to kind of like blend them in so it all looks natural. I do that with both eyes, obviously. I get them all blended in. There we go. Next, I move on to the rest of my face. Now that my eyes are pretty much finished with, I'm happy with them. That's kind of what I do on a day-to-day basis, is the eyeliner and the lashes. When I am not feeling like doing lashes, I usually just put on a few coats of mascara and call it a day. But I wanted to feel some glam-like today, so I decided to go for lashes. All right, next I have this really cool, wherever I can find it, makeup that I found at the drugstore. Sorry, my drawer was getting stuck, so now I finally opened it. And what it is, it's from L'Oreal. And don't mind this one, it's kind of dirty. I'm gonna get my other one. And it's called L'Oreal Makeup Designer Paris Infallible Pro Contour and Highlight Palette in the shade 813 Light. And what it is part of it is bronzer and part of it's your highlighter. And it comes with a really cool brush. which is super helpful. It's like this, and what you do is you kind of swipe it on its side so that half the brush gets the bronzer and half the brush gets the highlighter, and you swoop it like this. It is so convenient, so helpful, and I love it. I use it all the time, so I'm gonna go for it. I just back and forth a few times so it picks up the product, and then I match it up to where I want it to go, and I swoop back and forth. Kind of go up and down a little bit as I do that to blend it in a little bit. I do have other brushes I use to blend it a little better, but that's how it gets placed on. Really convenient. I'm gonna do this again to the other side. And that's how that is. I love it, so convenient, so cool. I'm going to actually use now one of my big brushes, and I'm going to blend this out a little bit more, just so it looks a little more natural and not so defined. And there we go. I'm happy with that. Okay. Now I grab my blush brush, which I use a small little brush for it. I'm not very good with what brushes go with what. I just kind of use what I feel is right and what I feel works best for me. So I use Maybelline Fit Me blush. It's shade 45. It's a really cute pinkish shade. It's kind of like a pinkish purplish shade. I love it. It is so pretty. So I just kind of swirl my brush on and in a circular motion do this right on the apples of my cheeks. I think that's what it's called, apples. Yeah. Just so there's a little bit of blush. I don't go overboard, and I kind of try to blend it in with the bronzer a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. It looks kind of blended and faded in with each other a little bit. And I do this on the other cheek. I'm gonna go for a little bit more. I wanna look rosy cheeked today, like it's cold outside. I wanna blend that in with my bronzer. And I'm happy with my cute rosy cheeks. Next, I'm going to move on to my highlighter. My highlighter brush for that, which is my fan brush. And I use Maybelline New York Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter in shade 100. So it's kind of like a gold. It's really pretty, but you do not need a lot of it. A little goes a long way. And I just do it right on the top of my cheekbones. Just this little spot. Just so you can see there. I do right underneath my eyebrows. Just to highlight just the little underneath the arch of the eyebrow. Underneath, and then finally I highlight just down the center of my nose, just a little bit. And that is my makeup routine. This is how I look at the end of it all. I'm gonna blend this in a little bit. But this is how I look. I'm really happy with it. Simple day-to-day makeup. As you see, it doesn't take that long. I usually end off with my favorite setting spray, L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. I give it a little shake, and then I give it a little spritz all over my face. It's kind of running out. It's almost empty. That's why I did a lot of sprays, because not that much was coming out. And I get it just so it dries. And then voila, I am happy with how this turned out. Let's take down my hair and look at the final finished look. And this is it. Super happy with it. And I hope to see you guys all in my next video. Tune in soon. Bye.